which is in France. There was another fight.
Jesus.
There was another
God, yeah.
bunch of riots with fans and players. So this is Nice against Marseille.
Yeah.
I think it was Marseille who were taking a corner, or was it Nice?
Yeah, it was Marseille because Dimitri Payet was the player involved.
That's it, yeah. So Dimitri Payet goes to take a corner. One of the fans throws a bottle at him, basically cracks him in his back. He goes down injured, and we're like,
okay, no, he doesn't go injured at all. No, not at all. He gets pissed off, starts shouting stuff.
No. He got hit. He went down.
Right.
For 3 seconds, got back up, picked up the bottle and fucking threw it back.
Loads shit. And the commentators
then he picked up another one and threw it again.
The commentators said, don't throw shit back at the crowd, and he does exactly that.
Again. Then the fans start pushing onto the pitch and they try storming the pitch, basically.
It's actually more to it than that, because that happens, the fans go to the barricades and stuff.
Yeah.
Then you see is one of the Marseille players gets the ball and leathers it into the crowd, like purposely. Bang, like, what the hell? Then, I watched it a number of times, so I'm sad. There's a Marseille player in an orange bib, a substitute, who runs along the side. A substitute runs on the side, gets a fan, boom! Clarts him. And then one of them, Nice, what the fuck are you doing? Chases him back. His boys jump in his side, and that starts off even more drama.
Yeah.
And everyone gets dragged off the pitch. And I think Marseille were losing 1-0 at the time as well. And the game gets called off. Back in the locker room, Guendouzi, ex-Arsenal player, shows off his neck, and he's got actual red marks where he's been throttled by somebody on the pitch, and marks and strain marks on his neck. The game's been cancelled.
The Marseille players said, we're not going to come out and play, basically. You can't guarantee our safety.
Yeah, game's been cancelled. They got to start again, and it starts at 0-0.
No, it's forfeited. They forfeit the game. They lose 3-0 automatically.
Is it forfeited? I heard it was going
as
to be
soon as you
replayed.
do that and you say you're not going to go back on the pitch, you forfeit the game 3-0. The reason why Marseille did this is because something similar happened a few weeks prior, and they went back on the pitch, and now they said they're doing this to take a stance against their version, the French version of the FA.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and tensions boiled over because Nice and Marseille had this like little rivalry.
They got beef. Yeah.
A lot of it's to do with political things. I mean, I think I may have this the wrong way around, but Nice fans are anti-fascist, but then the Marseille fans are right-wing. So you have that brewing as well in the background.
There is that,
They both pride themselves on being ultras. For those of you that don't know, ultras are militant fans. So think of the Birmingham City Zulus. Think of those guys.
Man United, Man in Black, yeah.
Yeah, they're ultras. Every fan base kind of has their own. So yeah.
The hardcore
that happened on the
basically.
weekend. It's just weird timing how all this stuff happened at the same time, but it just shows that how many years on this shit ain't changed.
No, it doesn't.
Nothing's really been done about it. You can do stadium bans and all this shit, but fans don't give a fuck. They'll still act how they want. As long as the Football Confederation or the Sports Confederation in question gets their money, they don't give a shit about player safety or any of that. They'll say, we banned a few players, that's it. Sorry, not players. We banned a few fans, that's it.
Yeah, banning fans is a difficult thing to do anyway, because not being funny, how are you going to monitor and maintain to make sure they can't just buy a different ticket and just turn up? You've got to memorise a lot of faces.
Yeah, this is the thing. You honestly have no idea.
No, not at all. Not at all. But I mean, football itself has got its own issues. But the reality I've always thought about is you're in a stadium, 50,000 people around you. If they rush onto the pitch, there's not fuck all you can do about it.
Yeah, you can have as many stewards as you want. There's nothing that can be done.
Yeah, they're not gonna do anything about it at all. You've had some fans that had that they got almost like trenches between the crowd and the pitch. There's like railings in the way and stuff, and it's actually like an obstacle course to get through
like at
onto
Roma,
the pitch.
They had like a track going around it.
Yeah, so that's the Olympic thing. West Ham got the same kind of thing as well. They got a running track around the outside because they have a dual action stadium. Yeah. That's because of some legacy of the Olympics, which is just stupidity in itself. But no, other places like the teams that Arsenal have played in the Europa League, and their stadia had literally you sort of railings in between the crowd and the pitch of just constant. You can't run over it. It's really hard to navigate it in case it cracks off.
Yeah, hooliganism's real, man. In so many of those countries abroad in Europe, there's so many different types of ultras.
Generally speaking, in the UK, they've done a great job at reducing hooliganism. It unfortunately flared up a lot more in the last England in the Euros because the police were out of practice. Simple as that. They weren't ready for it. Normally, police are everywhere. They're on horses. You go to football games, police are on
Normally,
it.
yeah.
The fights that happen, the hooligan fights that happen off-site somewhere else, not on the grounds.
They never happen at the ground. They always happen at like a pub in the city.
Yeah, a pre-arranged location. And even like Leeds fans are renowned for it, right? So Leeds came to Birmingham to have a match against Birmingham City. The police got the Leeds trains the fans were on, arranged which trains are going to be, got the fans off the train, held them, marched them with security all around them, marched them to the stadium, had the game, held them there, everyone disappeared, marched them back onto the train and sent them on their way.
Yeah.
There was no way you were going to be a part of any kind of fight if you're part of the real fans who came for the game. Separate guys coming on the sides could be dealt with separately. Yeah. But they controlled everything. And it was horrible for the Leeds fans. They go, it was a horrible time. It's stressful. It's not fun. But that's how it works. Whereas in Italy, United fans have had this, Arsenal fans have had this. You're marched to the stadium and you literally marched down an alley and left and the police walk off.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Suddenly you're jumped on by ultras and you're fucked up by them.
Yeah.
The police cooperate with them to here's some fans for you to fuck up. And it happens all the time. But then England can't claim to have, well-behaved fans because isn't there
a place isn't it Millwall where there's only like one route into the stadium and one route out? And
possibly.
When you go there, I think it's Millwall or somewhere, there is definitely a team that's sort of well known where there's only one way in there and you have to go past all the housing estates, all the places. It's so clear that you have to go in there and you're essentially surrounded by a bunch of other fans.
Surprisingly, I think Spurs have got that as well.
Spurs stadium.
Well, I don't have the new. I think the old stadium used to have it where like a lot of because Arsenal fan TV, Robbie kept saying it. I'm sick of this. I go to Spurs games. It's in the middle of nowhere, right? It's on Sevens Road, but there's no direct link there. You have to go as one path, and you always get set about by Spurs fans. Obviously, Arsenal Spurs issues. So they had that as well. But I think the Millwall one rings a bell too. It was always a case of
Millwall. I could be wrong.
Yeah,
but I have definitely heard that story, and it's scary. Honestly,
of course,
I would never want to go to like an away game of that kind. We've sat in like away games. Remember when we went to like Villa versus Man United, and we sat there? You can see the abuse that players get when the opposition scores, and it's not pretty. It's not pretty.
It's visceral, is the word I can say to describe it. Visceral abuse comes out, and I'm just thinking, dude, chill the fuck out, man.
I'm like, it's just football, man. Relax.
I mean, I'm saying that it's just football.
You can see like the
pure
hate
venom
in their eyes,
just spewing out these people. I'm like, you do not get laid enough,
F
my
words,
friend.
C words, every word. I've heard M words. I'm like, what the hell, man?
10-year-old kids. I've had 10-year-old kids with their dad screaming at players, saying, "Fuck you, you motherfucking wanker! Brucey bummed you! Hey, dad! Like, go on, son, get him. Go on, son, cuss him some more. Tell him who you are, man. Let him down." And I'm like, wow, this is parenting.
We saw that when we went to go see Albion play Man City. I'm a Man U fan in case people don't know, but I'm down to watch good football. I don't care who you are. I will watch a good football team. And Man City were fucking fantastic. I got to see Sergio Aguero play, David Silva, Kevin De Bruyne, and I got to see a Pep Guardiola football game, and it was down the road to me. So I was like, I'm going.
Hell yeah,
and we saw like there was a City fan who sat like 2 rows behind us, and he was he made it clear that he was a City fan. He went up to go to the toilets, and then a couple of guys went after him, didn't they?
He got smacked up.
And I'm like, fucking hell, man! You cannot make it clear that you're from the opposition sitting with the home fans because they take tribalism so seriously.
It's weird. It's just weird. I mean, football fans may say, it's the passion of the game and football's nothing without fans. Cool. Absolutely cool. But you know what, man? You take it that far? I can't vibe with you, dude. I'm sorry.